Morning. Woo. That was a rush. Right. Huh. Why haven't we got any video? Where's the video gone? Oh. Friday, isn't it? Hi. Where you been? How's it going? First of all, I'd like to say hello to me from Doug, who hasn't been around in an age, hasn't commented on the channel, and has been practically busting my butt about being on time, which is why I'm late. And that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. So good morning, Mr. Beetham. Hope you're well. Hope everything is good with you. Hope you're nice, sitting and relaxed and calm and, ready for the day that it is. Billy. Absolute Billy. I was trying to set up a TikTok stream at the same time, but unfortunately, getting the cats in from the backyard, sorting out the live stream, putting shoes on, making toast, grabbing one's coffee, all can't be done at the same time. So we're going to have to figure out the TikTok piece later on. We'll do it the next race. It's not playing ball at the moment. So let's close that. Oh, hang on a second. There it is. Well, that's not so bad. If it's there, we might be able to go live with that as well. Check our sound. Sound looks okay. Right, 2 seconds. I'm going to run away from the desk again. Back in a second. Hang on. Hi, Gucci. Everything I want, Gucci. Got this. We got this. This is a walk in the park. We got this. We got this. Look, we're practically ready. I have coffee and toast as well. We're good. How you all doing? Let me open chat. You open chat. Get a YouTube chat open. Do that up there. Channel. Why? I want YouTube Studio. Get chat open so we can see you. You can talk to me. Find out what's going on in your world. Friday morning. It's the weekend. Nürburgring 24-hour weekend. Still not got confirmed on a race. Still not confirmed on a race. Pop out chat. Do that and stick that up there. We don't need a warm-up, do we? Warm up? What do we want to warm up for? It seems okay. I got coffee as well. Look, I got coffee. Not great coffee. Beans taste stale. Right, Billy belts on. Let's do this. Let's launch TikTok. TikTok going as well. Where's Nürburgring? Leave iRacing, go live. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all well. How are things? Come say hello in the chat. We are going to do... I think we're doing 4 laps of the Nürburgring in GT3s. Gotta hit the go to grid button first. My name is BillyOirish. Yep. I need to open the overlays. That'll be good as well, Kev. Overlays. Let's get some relatives going so you can see what's going on. And we want the dashboard. And we want streaming so we can get some chat. Oh, we're all good. There's Meatham. Good to see you, Meatham.
The temp is 19 Celsius. P5.
This is a rolling start.
Follow car number 01 in the left lane.
And we're in the Ferrari 296. Let's see how we get on. Turn all the noise down. Oh, it's raining. And I'm on dry tires. This is going to be fun. Pretty sure I'm on dry tires. Yeah. Dry tires. So, yeah. This is going to be fun. Let's see what happens. I think the track dries out later on. So, weather is new to iRacing. It's been many years coming, and now it's here, and we're very glad for it. Very glad to have it. Stick the windscreen wiper on. That makes 2 of us. So rolling start to the line, and then it'll be 3 laps. And I think safety's going to be the name of the game in this one, so I think we're just going to take it easy. Try and stay out of trouble. There'll be some people on wet tires, so naturally they'll get ahead of us. It's all right. We can live with that. You can actually feel where the grip is in the steering wheel. It's quite cool. You can also feel where it isn't. Quite scary.
Okay, Kev, are you ready? Watch for the lights.
We're racing.
Go!
See if I can find a marker board to brake on.
On your right. Clear right. Right side. Clear right. You're in the middle. Clear right. On your left. Clear all round.
Whoop. You know those wet tires we should have put on? Got a little bit of damage.
Rough start, mate. We've got a lot of work to do now.
Rough start, Jim. You couldn't be more right. We were just understeering. Should have done some practice, really, shouldn't I? Right, we are firmly last. Try and find some grip. This is going to be a funeral procession, my friend. No, walking's quicker. Try and find some grip lines, so stay off the racing line. So what happens when it rains on a real circuit? If it rains on a real circuit, the rubber turns to like ice, so the water sits on top of the rubber. It doesn't permeate through into the tarmac. So if you're on slick tires, cold slick tires in this case, you get no grip. If the tire had a bit of heat to begin with,
the gap is 17 seconds.
you might stand a chance. So if we make it round this lap, the first thing we'll be doing is change it to wet tires. So you see me short shifting to try and get torque and grip. Now, I could go back to the pits now and sit it out for 7 minutes. Good to see you, Racing Fanatic. How are you? Having a terrible, terrible first race. Nonetheless, we'll see how we get on.
The gap behind is increased to 7.8 seconds.
Slowest car on the track right now. Right, we are going for the pits. Let's see how the others are getting on while we're in the pits. We got 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Not good. Go back at the start. We're sliding around, no doubt. Anybody else suffer the same fate? Let's see. Yeah, so there's clearly standing water. We'll move up to the leaders. See how the leaders are doing. So this difference between wets and slicks. As in, you get some grip at wets. Absolute Billy, Meefam. Absolute Billy. Jumped into the seat, didn't think of the weather. Hey ho. I've been very good, Racing Fanatic. Do appreciate you dropping in. We stuck it across all 4 channels, 3 channels now. So we got Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. It's been quite good. We did our first stream last night on it. I wish I'd taken some foresight and put some wet tires on. So I'm currently sitting in the pits, waiting to go back out. We'll put some tires on and we'll pick up the 2nd and 3rd lap. But yeah, I'm good. Looking forward to the weekend. It's Nürburgring 24-hour weekend iRacing. Probably one of the largest races in iRacing outside of Daytona 24. Le Mans is another big race in June. And I'm hoping to have a seat in a team that will go racing for the 24 hours. So I'll be live streaming that as well if I do. Again, all across all 3 channels. Glad you're keeping busy, Fanatic. By all means, feel free to keep me on in the background. Let me know what you're up to today. Any plans for the weekend? Any of you guys racing? I'll have a quick bite of my toast if you don't mind. Morning, Kat. How you doing? Six minutes to go. 6 minutes before we can get back in the car. Problem about simulators is they like to keep it real. So I'm effectively being virtually towed around the track at the moment to get back to the pits. That's why they won't deal with the car in the pits at the moment. Although I'm there, you have to kind of take a penalty because it would have taken you 7 or 8 minutes to get towed off. Nice to see some guys are still sliding around. Quite a gentle pace for some of these guys. To be fair, actually, by the time they get back, I might just be on the back of the pack at lap 2. Might get some racing in. How about that? Morning, Poppy. Hope you're well. Hey, Cameron. How are things? Yeah, I kept banging off things, so I had to give up and jump into the garage and go get a tow. Live streaming as well, so crashing around is never entertaining, is it? So, hey, Eddie. Lesson learned, check the weather. So even the lead cars now aren't taking it a full chat, so that tells me they're on dry tires as well. They're hoping for it to dry out. We can go in car. See, he's taking it very cautiously. He's not on a wet tire. So I stream Monday to Friday from about 9:45 in the UK till about 6 p.m. I race cars at club level here in the UK, and I race online as well. And I gotta be honest with you, racing online's cheaper. Especially when you make such a critical mistake as I've done this morning. Wrong tires. So let's see where we are in regards to 3 minutes. So they're gonna come past the start-finish line before I get back out again. They're coming off the Nordschleife and North Loop now onto the Formula 1 circuit. So they're approaching the corner that is known as T13, and our friend Sergio's on the grass. Lead is going for tyres. Sergio's staying out.
Son is pitting.
So Nicolas Sen has gone in for tyres. That's him in the pits now. He is indeed. Leader is pitting for dries. For wets, I expect. Right, this is us back in our car. Let's see how long we got left. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Can you hang on for 3 minutes? It's views. Cool. Where are you racing at the weekend, Fanatic? I know you're down in Australia, aren't you? So what track are you racing on? So we have 10x. So you can see that down the bottom of my screen. That's penalties for going off. That will affect my safety rating overall. And your safety rating is the number in white in the blue box in the top right-hand side of my screen. And my current safety rating is 2.6. I expect that will take an absolute beating once I finish this race. Effectively, the judges will say, okay, we need to knock your safety rating down for being off 5 or 6 times. Because obviously you get 1x for an off, you get 2x for a spin, 4x for contact. But I think I had 2 contacts, so that would be an 8x in total. And these work together to create a license level within iRacing. So I'm currently A license. And if I drop below 1.0, I will go to a B license. So I have to try and keep my safety rating high. So it looks like most people are going out. Let's just have a look. We got a minute and a half. And in that minute and a half, I'll jump back in and I'll change tire sets. We will change to wet. The other thing I'll do is I'll take off my refuel, because we don't need a refuel. We've got a full tank of petrol. So I don't need fuel. So that when the minute and a half is up, we'll replace all 4 tires. That's the little box down on the left-hand side. They'll be pumped to 165 kilopascals, which is a tire pressure. Everyone seems to use now. It used to be PSI. So they'll pump them to 165 pascals. They'll fit the tires. And then I'll be good to go out on wet. I'll probably, hopefully, have a little bit more grip than I had last time. You're going to Lakeside. That's cool. Right, let's see where we are. 30 seconds of towing left. And then there'll be the standard tire fitting. So about another 30 seconds on top of that. Stick my pit limiter on. I have a little switch here that turns my pit limiter on. You can see my lights suddenly start flashing. I also have a windscreen wiper here, so I can turn that on and off as well when it's raining. But there's a speed limit in the pits, 60 kilometers an hour, about 45 miles an hour. And you must have your pit limiter on, otherwise you'll be black flagged, you'll be brought back in again, and made do a limited speed through the pit lane as a rolling start. So here we go, fitting tires now. So up in the air. I have a minute of optional repairs. That will actually, some of them will be carried out while they're fitting tires. I probably won't stay for the whole. So unlucky, dude. They'll work on the car while they're fitting tires. So tires are fitted. I'm gonna skip the extra repairs.
Its exit is clear.
As you can see, we're now gripping somewhat. Still got to find a dry line. Don't want to get into standing water, because even with wet tires, standing water will spin you. A little bit of a short shift and a brake early. Stay away from the cambers where the water might collect. Stay off the curbs. Curbs will be greasy and slippy. So normally in the dry you might run a curb. In the wet, not a good idea. The gentle braking. And only apply the full power in a straight line, because obviously you'll spin the car otherwise. Extend our braking zone too, so we don't sail on like last time. You can actually, I don't know if you can see it on the stream or not, but you can make out dry and wet patches on the track. The other thing you have to be conscious of in a wet tire is wet tires are actually softer than a slick tire. The compound is softer, so that the tire flexes more and grips better. They're like an octopus, almost suckery. Problem with that is they wear quicker, so if it's dry, they'll just tear themselves apart. So this is a laser scanned version of the real track of the Nürburgring Nordschleife, based in the Eifel Mountains in Germany. I was out there last weekend, actually. It's 20 kilometers long, about 12.9 miles long. And in this configuration, it's connected to the Formula 1 circuit. So it's 25 kilometers long, about 18 miles long. And they race this, there's 130 cars, the end of this week, the end of this month, sorry, 2 weeks from now. 130 cars in one race will be racing this for 24 hours. And the race teams actually use this simulator for testing, for practice, muscle memory. A lot of real racers will use iRacing to keep their game up. Max Verstappen is a participant in iRacing. Doesn't race Formula 1 in it, he races GT3 cars similar to this car. He's expected to be racing this weekend in the online version of the 24-hour race. I believe he races for Team Redline. Trying to find the grip through miss, hit, miss. Called miss, hit, miss because the idea is that you miss the apex, hit the apex, and miss the last apex. 3 right-handers. Down into Versiphen. Second gear. Try not to over-rotate the car. This is Adenau Bridge, right side and Adenau Bridge. Up the hill at Exmühle. Power down a straight line. Hey Fanatic, happy to share with you what my setup is. So Fanatic is asked on YouTube. He's building a sim rig at the moment. That's what this is. And he's curious as to what do I currently use for my sim rig. And I built my sim rig originally in 2017. And there's a couple of components in a sim rig that tend to stay the same, and there's a couple of components that change. So first of all, the PC. My PC is coming up on 3 years old. I built it myself. I have a graphics card that's known as a NVIDIA 3090. That was the best graphics card you could get at the time. That is the main engine of any gaming PC. Does most of the work, has thousands of processors in it to render what you're seeing here. So I have a 3090 graphics card. That takes quite a bit of power. At the moment it's actually using about 300 watts just for the graphics card. 300 watts of energy just to power the graphics card. Newer graphics cards are more power efficient. So I have a 1,000 watt power supply in the machine to make sure that the graphics card, which can run up to 450 watts on its own, is being powered along with the rest of the PC. So I have a 1,000 watt power supply, a 3090 graphics card. I have 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, which was the fastest you could get at the time. We've moved on to DDR5 now, but I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. I've an extremely fast solid-state hard disk, 2 terabytes of solid-state hard disk. I have another drive as well for the operating system, which is about a half terabyte. That's solid-state as well. And then I'm running an AMD processor. In this case, it's an old processor now, but I was running a 5900. I think the AMD to have now is the 7800 X3D. Again, far newer technology than what I'm running. And then we get into the second part of it, which is the hardware that you use to actually take part in the race. I run triple monitors. So the video you're seeing is coming from my center monitor, but I have a monitor here and a monitor here. He says as he's trying to steer around the Schwalben's. So I have a monitor here, and a monitor in front of me. I have a fourth monitor up here so I can set things up. And those monitors refresh at a particular speed. And these refresh at 165 frames, 165 hertz, which means that the image is being produced 165 times a second effectively. Let's look at it that way. It's not exactly true, but so you get more images presented to you, so the picture is more fluid, more accurate. Then in front of me I have a steering wheel and a steering base, and the steering wheel is completely interchangeable. I have a couple of them. I have another one here. This is a Formula wheel. It has a built-in screen. It's made by Cube Controls, and it's a CSX2. So it's a bit like a Formula 1 wheel with a screen built into it, various knobs that I can customize and control. And then my round wheel, which I just showed you, is a GT Pro from Cube Controls as well. And then what makes the wheel go round is the wheelbase. And I use a SimuCube Pro 2, which has been excellent. It's what's known as direct drive. And by direct drive, it means that there's a big motor, no belts, no cogs, no gears, directly driving the steering wheel. And they use robotic step motors for that.
One more to go. Okay, Kev, we're at the halfway point. We estimate 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Just listening to Jim. Yeah, they use a big robotic motor so that they can simulate the torque of a real wheel. And because there's no gears, there's no end stops, so they can lock down the steering rotation as you will. It's quite complicated, but well worth it. And then the hardware. What am I sitting in? So I'm actually sitting in a real race seat. It's FIA certified, though out of date now. It was certified for the FIA for use for race cars. Spun it. Even with wets, I spun it. Yeah, so I'm sitting in a carbon Kevlar seat. I use some harnesses. I call them the Billy harnesses because I'm BillyOirish. They help me keep my back straight. They're not there for a crash. They're there to, when I do long hours sitting in the seat, they pin my shoulders back. They're loose at the moment so I can sit forwards, but they pin my shoulders back and they help my back. And then I'm sitting in an aluminium frame. And the aluminium frame, which is what's known as the rig, is made of 80-20 aluminium. That's a type of box aluminium. And I bought this one from SimLab. It's a GT1 Evo. I bought it about 2007. So, that's me, that's what I see, that's how I steer, and that's where I sit. Then on top of that, we need pedals. And I use Husingfeld Sprints. Husingfeld is a Dutch company, I believe. And they produce some of the best most realistic pedals for sim racing. They have what's called a load cell in them to give you resistance when you're braking like a real race car. So rather than the pedal just going to the floor like a... Not supposed to park there. And I got a 4X for that. Yeah, they give the most realistic brake feel and acceleration feel. And I have 3 pedals, a brake, an accelerator, and a clutch. And then over here I have a sequential shifter. Again from Husingfeld. Now, on top of that, you're looking at me through 3 streams, are looking at me through 2 different cameras. So you guys on TikTok are over here, and you guys on Twitch and YouTube are over here. So you see a slightly different view from each one. One of them's a webcam, one of them's a professional SLR with a professional lens, Canon 5D and a 16-35 lens. That's from my photography days. It's all backlit by a light, an Elgato ring light, just to provide enough light on my face so you can see my pretty eyes. And then that's pushed into the same PC, so I stream from the same PC as I race on. Shows you the power of the PC. And then I've a microphone above me. That's what that black thing is. A mixing desk down here, so I can mix the sound from the game and my voice together. Yeah, that's about it. I've got a couple of bits down here for controls, which is called a stream deck. But that's the top layer of what I am. Full specs are available on my YouTube page. I think they're on my Twitch page as well. Stay off the grass, we're going to get banned.
We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Kev.
Is it possible to build a sim rig under $1,500 Australian dollars? Well, I think you'd be hard pushed. Here's what I'd do, and I don't know the costs. I'd look at a second-hand beginner's wheel like a T300 from Thrustmaster. A T300. That will come with a set of pedals. PC is going to be your big expense, and your monitor is going to be a big expense. What I expect for about, I'm guessing here in Australian dollars because I'm in sterling, I expect for about £300 sterling, maybe 500 Australian dollars, you should be able to get a steering wheel and pedals. It will get you started. The biggest cost in all of this is your graphic. The biggest cost in your components is your graphics card. It'll be up to £2,000 sterling, so $2,500–3,000 for a graphics card. But don't give up, because it's not the kit that you race with; it's how you race that matters. I would be static. All of this kit wouldn't work if I didn't sit in the seat. And I race with people who don't race on the same quality of kit that I have. They're on a much less budget. They're budgeted much less. I'm trying to put that into an English sentence. And they're far better than I am. So don't give up. The software itself you have to buy, but in iRacing so for example ACC, Assetto Corsa Competizione, you buy the game and you buy downloads for that game. In iRacing, you have to effectively pay a subscription for the software and then you buy everything on top. So I bought this car, I bought this track on top. Cars are about $12 US, tracks are about $15 US. That said, this is all cheaper than motorsport. And when it's not raining and you're not crashing, can be just as competitive. Yeah, easily. The current cost of a 4090, which is an NVIDIA graphics card, top of the range graphics card, is £2,000. The next one down is the 4080 Super. That's £1,000, £1,050. But you can still race on older cards. You just won't get as pretty a picture. You probably wouldn't be able to run triples, but you know. And with a $1,500 budget, you probably wouldn't be able to get 3 screens into the mix. So your big cost is going to be your PC, your pedals, and your wheel. Well, you know, I wouldn't give up. I have a Discord channel. There's a link in my bio on the YouTube. Join the Discord channel. What we'll do is we'll have a look to see what can we get for fit. There's our challenge. Yeah, you can go buy a cart for 800 bucks. You're right. But then you got to buy a helmet. How much is a karting helmet? A race suit. How much is a race suit? Karting boots. Fireproof underwear if it's required in your country. Pay to go racing. So you are right. You know? Sim racing is not cheap. But it's great fun. And you know the other thing? I can race when it's sunny, I can race when it's wet, I can race when it's dark, and I can race when it's bright. Monday to Sunday. I can race really badly as I am now. Yeah, I get you, dude. You're not wrong. Yeah, so the difference between a 4070 and a 4090 is quite considerable. The performance difference is quite considerable, but I don't know how much a 4070, but you're getting a good price at 2,000 Australian dollars for a PC with a 4070 in it. I'm sure Meefum knows Will Turner's YouTube page. Meefum, if you can let me know what Will Turner, the Australian reviewer's YouTube page is. I can't think of it at the moment. Is it Overboost? He has some good guides on kit and cost. Right, finally we made it across the line.
E7.
That took a lot longer than we expected. Yeah, never mind indeed. We won't save that replay. Let's get straight back into another race. Into a race that we're actually going to stand a chance in. Right, what have we got? 13 minutes. So we're at 11 o'clock UK time. Now we're going to see the penalty I got for... we're going to see the penalty I got for all those little contacts. So if you have a PC already, Fanatic, you should be fine in regards to a $1,500 budget. 2,000 sterling. Wow, yeah. Okay. So that's what, 3,000 Australian dollars? It's quite a beefy machine. I think when I built mine 3 years ago, including the card, and bear in mind it was during COVID and the price of cards went through the roof. I got my card for retail, and my card was £1,500, and I think my machine was 3,000 all in sterling. But it's lasted me 3 years. It'll probably do another year, to be fair. you know, a quite capable and comparative performance. Oh, I thought you said your dad had a. Ah, sorry, RMK said. Forgive me, I thought that was Fanatic. Hey, RMK, how's it going? Hope you're well, my friend. I didn't see you sneak in the middle of the conversation there. Good to have you. But yes, it can be £2,000 for a graphics card. 4090 today in the UK is £2,000 all day long. Let's go find a race. Let's find a race. Should we do Mazdas in 11 minutes? Mazdas at the ring are fun. We'll change the wheel for the Mazdas. Yeah, 1,500 for a PC. I'd look at secondhand on eBay. I'd look at some. The other thing you could do is you could look at see who's selling out. You know, people are moving on. They didn't get over it. There was an awful lot of. Yeah, we got hit badly with the penalties. So we got 0.45 of a penalty in our safety rating there. Brought us from 2.64 down to 2.19. So we've got a lot of work to do. We have to keep our safety rating above 3 in order to keep our race license. Otherwise, we get demoted. Let me plug this back in and I'll show you the wheel while we are waiting. We have some time. So, can you see this? This is a Cube Control CS2. Let me bring a screen up so I can see what I'm showing. Yeah, this is a Cube Control CS2. As you can see, it's lit up. The screen is completely interactive. So if I join, you'll see it'll change, it'll update and load iRacing. All of these buttons are configurable. It has a couple of paddles on the back. It actually has 4 paddles on the back. Get them there. So that's gear up, gear down, and then it has 2 clutch paddles. One is for setting a bite point, and one is the clutch itself. I have it configured that I have a brake bias. I'm doing this back to front. I have a brake bias. I have a multifunction here, a multifunction button there, my virtual mirror, my indicators. So if I want to notify somebody go left or right. My camera functionality and my towing functionality are in these 2 lower buttons. I have a flash my headlights over here. I have push to talk here on 2 different software. So I can push to talk on the game and I can push to talk on the Discord when I'm on Discord as well. I have a pit limiter toggle here that I can toggle. I have a windscreen wipers toggle over here so I can toggle, and you can see it's loading up now because I'm loading up iRacing in the background. And then I can scroll through screens, so it'll load different pages for me as I scroll through. Can you see that? So it loads through different things, gives me different amounts of data, and it pulls the data from the game. So it's a bit like in-car telemetry. And then on the back of it, I have that gold thing as an extender to give me some distance on the wheel. And then this is the quick release point for the wheelbase. So I have 1 of these on each of my wheels, so I can just have a pin. This is the pin, and the pin goes through it to lock it in place. This is USB. It needs to be USB in order to power the screen and the lights, as you can see. And some of them are wireless, so they don't have a USB cable. But to be honest with you, you're so close to the device, it's pointless. So it's loaded up the Ferrari screen here, as you can see, and you can completely configure the screens on these. I'll just unplug that and plug in my wheel that I use for the Mazda. I use a different wheel for different cars. We'll wrap that up over there for a minute. Stick it down there. And this is a cable doing that over there. This is a GT Pro wheel. Much more basic, still has paddles on the back, carbon fiber paddles on the back. Has some buttons. I haven't lit it up yet. We'll light it up in a second. But again, I have configurable buttons on it, and I have configurable toggle switches on it, some traction control, and some ABS toggles inside. You can just see the little blue ones in there. And I use this for the Mazda. It's a bit more realistic for the Mazda. That's a full-size wheel. So it's actually an OMP wheel from a real race car. You can buy OMP wheels. So this is an OMP wheel that the Cube Controls have bought and then put their kit onto it. A bit of kit. Good bit of kit. Let's not do that first. Let's find it here. They're very robust, very reliable. I did break one recently, and I have to thank Cube Controls yet again. They repaired it for me for nothing, which was very good of them. I paid shipping, they paid repairing. Good. Right. Where are we? We are practicing what looks like night session. Great. Do we have a setup for this? Now, here's another thing. Setups. So you can make your own settings, or you can buy in settings for cars. And I use a company called Coach Dave's Academy. This is Coach Dave. And they provide settings to me. So if they have something, we can use it. Let's see if that's too high. Failed. Or season 2. Have a setting for it. 6. Well, let's use the Ringmeister. Sticking in practice, I'm just going to disappear for a second. Hey, Hottie, hope you're well. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. I am just going to run to the restroom before this race begins. So give me a second. Don't go away. I'm going to put an intermission on, so you guys all know I'm here. Hang on a second. Do that. Right. That's a photo I took at Nuremberg at dawn. Okay, back in a second. Back. Thanks for sticking around. Really would appreciate if you can like and follow and whatnot. It means a lot to me. I'm trying to grow the channel. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate that. I do this Monday to Friday from about 9:45 in the morning till about 6 p.m. at night. Appreciate the likes, appreciate the follows. Trying to grow the channel. We'll take any questions you've got. You've probably, the first question I was just sitting there thinking was, people are probably wondering, am I racing the same track again? Yes, I am. I'm at Nürburgring, the Nürburgring, in preparation for the 24-hour race this weekend. So I'm trying to do as much practice as I can on one track, but just mixing it up in regards to the cars I'm driving. So don't normally do that, but you know. Thank you, Lana. Appreciate that. As I try and grow the channel, I'd really appreciate if you could share it with like-minded individuals, people who want to watch racing, people who race. If you've got any questions about racing, I'm happy to answer them. How did I get into it? How long have I been doing it? I'm happy to do all that. You know, and likewise, morning, Rockets. How you doing? And likewise, I have a Discord channel, which Rockets has just brought up in chat. I know some of you won't be able to see. Rockets, there's a D on Discord. He's trying to load that. There you go. There you go. I know some of you won't be able to see all the... that's the drugs, Rockets. You won't be able to see all the chat. I have multiple streams. So I'm on multiple platforms. I'm sure you know them. YT, Twitch, TikTok. I'm on multiple streams, multiple platforms, all at the same time. In an effort to try and grow the audience, in an effort to try and make you aware I'm here. But you can find me on any of them as BillyOirish or BillyOirish Racing. Why Billy? Billy is a term in motorsport to an amateur or a novice or an inexperienced person. And I am very much the novice, the amateur. I've been racing since 2017. It doesn't mean I'm any good at it. However, thoroughly enjoy it. I sit here for hours on end racing and talking to you guys. And I thoroughly enjoy it. I enjoy my day. And I believe that's what you got to do in life. You got to enjoy your day. You got to go to bed at the end of the day and say, I had a good day. Well, I got to have a better one tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I do. And I'd really appreciate the support, the likes, the follows. If you feel compelled to, you can subscribe. Hey, Al, how's it going? You can subscribe to my Twitch channel, which helps me to do what I do for a living. Because I'm doing nothing else. Let's turn some of this off. Oh, we do actually want that, don't we? We will want that. Yes. Well, let's do an overlay of advanced panel. Turn that on. Then we can see what gear we're in when we're driving. I start racing. Fanatic says he's never raced, and maybe one day. I started racing when I was 46. I've been sim racing since, I was just thinking the other day, I really started sim racing when I bought my first seat and pedals in 2000. And the chap who made the rig went out of business because nobody was buying them. And now there are many companies making millions of pounds a year, millions of dollars a year, selling rigs, selling steering wheels, you know, selling custom built PCs. So the guy was ahead of his time. Just he didn't think that there was that they didn't believe there was a market there at the time. But I think I've probably been racing for my first proper racing was 2000 with a steering wheel and pedals. But obviously Gran Turismo before that. I remember hearing about Gran Turismo back in '98. There was this game that had over 50 cars in it, and they were real cars. And the guy had been to real racetracks. It was unheard of. It was absolutely unheard of. And Jeff Crammond, Formula One, for those who are old enough. It was probably the first simulator. It was a PC game called Jeff Crammond. I started racing that in 1993, round at my friend's house, Owen O'Brien. Hello, Owen, wherever you are. I think it's in Holland. Hello, Owen, wherever you are. Hope you're well. But yeah, you know, you gotta enjoy it. And although I'm not very good at it, I enjoy it. I enjoy the racing. I enjoy the laugh. I was just chatting while I was talking to you guys to a guy from Australia. Fanatic, I believe you're in Australia. Rockets, who's just been on chat, he's in Illinois. I got that right, Rockets? You're in Illinois. We have a regular who comes in here, Skater, who's from New South Wales. We've got a trucker in Texas who comes to say hello. Mepham is here in the UK. I'm in Silverstone in the UK. So yeah, we got a regular little community that comes to say hello, and then we have our Discord community as well, which, you know, you can join, have a chat about cars and anything in general. Yeah, you're an Aussie. Whereabouts in Australia are you, Fanatic? Fanatic's on YouTube, so you guys can't see his chat at the moment, but I'll try and relay as much as I can. And we got somebody on TikTok as well. I didn't see who it was. Got a couple of people. Let's see who's on TikTok. Will it show me? No, it won't. Would it be good to be able to see who's on? I can say hello to them. Does it? Shame. TikTok's new for me. Seems to be working quite well. Feel free to say hello in the chat at TikTok. You're in Brisbane. Cool. I'm sure the weather in Brisbane is a lot warmer than the weather in Silverstone. Yeah. So, you know, look, we're making friends across the world, right? Connecting people. So there's my Discord link. If you're on Twitch, you can connect via Discord. Otherwise, you can get it in the link in my bios. Feel free to link and add to it. We're gonna go racing in a minute. Should be coming up any minute now to go racing, to be fair. Yeah, we got a little over a minute before we go racing. We're in a practice session for 7 minutes. I'm not going to practice. I definitely need it, but I'm not going to take it. Yeah, you got any questions? Ask away. What I'm here for.
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
That's Jim. The voice you hear is Jim. Jim is my virtual
Pit exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. Look
crew
out for the
chief.
pit speed limit.
And he feeds me information about the race. He feeds me what position I'm in. He feeds me whether I've gone off track, where my fuel is, whether I need to go into pits, whether I've done any damage. This is a little Mazda MX-5, the Miata to the Americans. Dry track, but it's pitch black at night. Jim. Can you hear Jim all right, Fanatic? There's Claire as well. Claire is my spotter. She'll tell me when there's a car to the left of me or a car to the right of me. Hey, Fraser. How you been, man? Haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're well. Night racing here is awesome. Are you doing the 24-hour this weekend, Fraser? Fraser's particularly fast in the Mazda MX-5, I can tell you. Cool. And are you racing 24-hour, Fraser, or not? Right, so you're starting in P11. 4 laps. Which means I haven't got enough fuel. Can I change fuel in time? A full tank, is it?
The track temp is 19. The air
Oh, I
temp
missed the
is
start.
19 Celsius.
Starting from the grid.
laps. Get ready. Green, green, green. 2 litres remaining.
Right, let's race. Because I tried to change my settings. See, I told you I'm a Billy.
Hit exit's clear.
Yeah, I might be in a GT3 BMW. Not really happy with it, but not a big fan of the BMW cars.
Come on, Kev. Just settle down. Find your rhythm.
See lights ahead. Let's see if we can catch them.
Yellow flag.
Car left. Hold your line. Clear left.
So let's see how we do from the back. A lot.
Right side. Clear right.
Come on, we can do better than this. You missed a lot, me from. Dry tires on a wet track was never good. Right, can we catch up with the guys 6 seconds ahead of us?
Yellow flag. Keep your wits about you, mate.
Always helped by people falling off the track. Call those freebies. Let me know how the audio is on TikTok for those who are on TikTok, because I'm using a separate system to what I use for everything else. So hopefully the audio is okay. The tickety of the talk.
The gap in front has increased to 1.1 seconds.
See if we can get close enough that we can use him to pull me up the hill. How's the tooth, Rockets? Rockets had his tooth removed yesterday. Morning if you've just joined, hope you're well. Come say hello in the chat. We're at Nürburgring in the dark, hence why it's so dark. In a Mazda MX-5. Recipe for disaster, but it's great fun. I don't get that. You'll have to explain that one to me, Meefam. Rockets and Teats, do they have a friend called Floor? Who's Teats and Guardians? Totally lost. I thought I knew Guardians. Hey Niku, hope you're well.
You're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 1.1.
I don't remember that film. I need to watch it again.
Fernandez is leading the race.
I didn't find it as memorable as the first two films. It was like they cheaped out and got rid of half the cast. Nürburgring in the dark in a Mazda. What can possibly go wrong?
Left side. Still there. Clear left.
Alright Kev, there'll be chances here. Let's make sure we can take them. 13th place.
Yeah, I can't have a milkshake. I'm diabetic. Rocket says getting your teeth pulled is cool because he gets to have a milkshake for dinner. Diabetic can't have milkshakes.
The car in front of us is now Brayware.
In fact, having milkshakes for dinner is probably how I became diabetic. Yogurt's pushing it. Pudding is a no, but I'm prone to a bit of rhubarb cake. But I really have to behave now. Hey Alfie.
The guy behind. The gap's now 0.9.
Hope you're well. Bunny. Hey Bunny. Come say hello in the chat. We're racing at the Nürburgring in a Mazda MX-5. Pudding is actually a very English term for dessert. That's very unlike you, Rockets. Hey, Andre.
Okay, Kev. Hold your nerve. Just keep it smooth. No mistakes.
If you're liking the stream, feel free to stick a follow, a like, a subscribe, a donation, a grant. A race contract. I'll accept all the above. If Fraser's on here, can you let me know if he's still on? Can you let me know your lap time in the dark? Just for reference. Just so I can mock myself to show how slow I am. I bet Fraser's lap time around here in a Mazda isn't much slower than in the daytime. Fraser was 2022 champion at Nürburgring in a Mazda, I believe. Yeah, I really want to know. Go on. Go on, give us a giggle. Laugh at my expense.
Car left. Still there. Hold your line.
Without drafting or bumping, yeah?
Hold your line. Clear left.
8 minutes dead. Well, you're not streaming to 3 streams at the same time when you're doing 8 minutes dead. You know, that's got to be worth 10 seconds a stream, right?
Car right. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
What do you mean, nice try? It's scientifically proven. Streaming takes 10 seconds off per stream. I gotta think of talking to you, I gotta look at the camera, I gotta check traffic, you know, I gotta check for messages. You know, like 70% of my concentration is on the race.
Car right. Hold your line. Clear right.
You only have one thing to do. Drive really fast. I have 4 things. I have to drive mediocre fast and stream to 3 channels.
Yellow flag. Caution.
It's hard being a Billy. Yeah. I knew I'd make you see it my way.
Yellow flag.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And there's 3 chats, right? So I have to hold 3 different conversations. And say hello to Stefella. And think about Guardians of the Galaxy Episode 3. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the real skater from New South Wales. Thanks, man. Good luck in the race tomorrow. Want to hear a progress report? Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it. Queensland. Forgive me. We got Brisbane on YouTube.
On your right.
I'll remember that next time.
Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line.
Take it easy, skater. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it.
Still there. Clear right.
Robinson is now
On your right. Hold your line. Hold your line.
He's coming back. He's
Hold
coming
your
back.
line. Clear right.
okay, Kev. Halfway home. We've got plenty of fuel. B11. 2 to go. You've just done a 8:16.5.
See, so even though I'm handling 3 streams, 3 different conversations, the abuse that I get on a daily basis from the real skater, the mocking that I get from Meefum, and the milkshake thoughts that I get from Rockets, I'm only 16 seconds off your fastest lap, Fraser. You know? I'm a genius by that standard. 16 seconds? Like, what's 16 seconds between friends? That's one night of passion in my household. Need for weed. Hello, Need for Weed. Hope you're well. His name is actually N33D4NW3D, but he's obviously a horticulturalist. TikTok, I know you're there, so come say hello in the chat. We can see the chat. Let me know where you are and what you're doing.
Left side. Clear left.
You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. The gap to Brayware in front is now 3.9.
Hey, Christopher. Richard behind me tries... Toko 918. Porsche reference. Hello, how are you? No, this isn't GT, this is iRacing. You're a Forza player. This is iRacing on PC. Nighttime in the Mazda. Thanks for coming to say hello, by the way. Well, it's nice to know you're watching my stream in class. Toko 918. Is 918 a Porsche reference? So, yeah, this is iRacing, and I do this Monday to Friday, 9:45 UK, which is 3:45 East Coast time, USA, till 6 p.m. UK. I have a buddy who has a 918. Beautiful car. Where are you based, Toko? Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Fanatic. Good to have you back, my friend. So what's your favorite car in Forza, Need? Can't keep saying your name in full. Probably Slovakia, cool. Hopefully you'll be a new follower from Slovakia, trying to spread my map out. We got Skater over in Australia, we got Racing Fanatic in Brisbane. We've got Rockets. Thanks for the follow, I appreciate that. We don't know where Need for Weed is from yet. We got Rockets over in the USA. I'm in Silverstone here in the UK. Plugging away. Fraser's in the UK as well, I think. Pretty sure Fraser's in the UK. Soki in Germany. Slide 93's just joined. Hello. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Gap to Rayware. Ahead is now 4.4 seconds.
Not catching Brayware, am I? I think we're going to need fuel. What class are you in? Somewhere in Slovakia is a classroom with a teacher throwing things at a guy called Toko 891918. All because I'm streaming from Nürburgring. How cool is that? I'll read that in the straight, Need. Hang on a second. I'm gonna start calling you Need for. So, if you're referring to Jim, Jim is a third-party freeware piece of software for PC racing called Crew Chief. It's really good. That sounds like drawing. In the UK they call it drawing, mechanical drawing. Yeah, so Need for, this is... Hey, JSEC.
805.6.
No, I said drawing, not Jim. J-I-M. Oh, you're doing dad jokes again, aren't you? Rockets is still on the painkillers from yesterday's dental surgery. Hey Lucas, how you doing?
One more lap to go.
Thanks for dropping in, saying hello. I just missed the 11:45 race, so I'm going to be in the 12:45 race. Lucas races Porsches really well. You have a page, Lucas? Do you have a stream? Give us a shout, let us know what it is, and we'll stick it up. So I'm fumbling around in the dark in an MX-5 at the Nürburgring.
The gap to Brayware ahead is now 3.7.
I think you'll be racing later on today, Lucas, will you? We had a really good clean fight yesterday. Proper door banging stuff. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. It's actually quite hard to drive and stream at the same time. As I'm sure if you drive, as Lucas does, you'll understand. I've been making excuses because Fraser Games on here is blindingly fast in the Mazda around here. Ah! Well, you were doing all right for somebody else's rig, let me tell you that. And you need to pay attention as they come into Foxhole. Or out of it, into Adna Forest. $59. 759. 759. What'd you do? Mazda speed the car? Put a turbo on it? 759 the dark? Ah, you're not streaming. Makes sense. Yeah, I can do a 759. I can do a 759 all day long. Yeah, I can do 759 all day long. No problem. I could actually stream and do a 759 all day long. I was doing 753s yesterday. In a cup car. While streaming. Seven flat where? Have you seen the 918 lap right here? Yeah, man, thanks. Feel free to stick a follow in on Twitch as well. Come say hello in the chat, we got chat up on it. In real life, Need for, or in Forza? Ah, appreciate that, man.
The car in front of us is...
You did as well, I saw that yesterday, forgive me. $711's not bad in Forza. You wouldn't be doing a 711 in real life in a 400 brake horsepower Focus. Not in your Nelly. We're doing okay. Sun's shining, sucking oxygen.
The gap to Brayware ahead is increasing. It's now 5.9 seconds.
Yes, I did see that follow earlier on, Lucas. Apologies. Well, I tell you something, Lucas, I was mightily impressed considering it wasn't your rig, because I know how hard it is to sit down at somebody else's sim rig and start racing. I've done that a few times. I used to play Forza. Hang on a second, Need for. Let me have a look at that. It's not what you drive with, it's how you drive. Nothing wrong with a G920. My first wheel was a Logitech. It was a it was the red one. What was the red one called? Had no force feedback. Second one was a GT4 edition. That had force feedback. No, I didn't have a G29, see? One of the fastest guys I know around here is a G29. It's all it takes. Project Gotham Racing. I love Project Gotham. You ever raced Project Gotham, Need for?
The leader's just done a 8:05.6.
Well, we're bringing it home. We've only had a 2X.
Yellow flag.
Oh, freebie, look.
Tenth position. That's it. We're done.
We are indeed. Yeah, I love Project Gotham. They had I didn't do this. Did we do the snow, Meefum? I do you remember there was a track, was it Gotham, that had Behemoth, which was basically this track. Behemoths in the Lamborghinis or in the Caterhams. It's excellent. Oh, motherboard is fried. Oh, not good. Ain't coming back from that too quickly. Okay, what else we got? We got a minute. Daytona. What's we got in a minute? I am slightly biased at the moment. There's so much Nürburgring. I'm focusing on racing that. Because it's Nürburgring weekend. I don't remember the bikes. That was 4, was it? PGR2 was the Behemoth. Yeah, guys, feel free to join the Discord page as well. Stick a like and a follow and whatever in whatever channel you're on. Hey, Trixton. Trixton sent me roses. Thank you, Trixton. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. You're so generous. Come say hello. Come say hello in the chat. Rocket's all right. He's just high on life at the moment. Fanatic, I'd love to race against you, mate. It is crazy, isn't it? Fanatic saying that the price to race on a sim is crazy. It is crazy, you're right. But you know, one day, the first proper wheel I bought was a T500 from Thrustmaster. And I think I bought it in 2012. Yeah, I put the light back on for you, Drippy. I'll put the purple lights on for Drippy. I can change the lights on the PT in the background, so I changed them. Yeah, so the turbine bike, yeah. I remember that now. Yeah, Fanatic, the first wheel I got, I think was £400 sterling. And I was like, how can anyone yeah. How can anyone spend this sort of money? But you know, I suppose it's probably like football or anything else. Like, I don't know how much a football t-shirt is. I'm sure Meefin will be able to tell me. We can have strobes, but we have a rave day. We can have strobe. I can make it strobe, but it's probably not good for those with visual disabilities. Got to be careful of it. You know, as I was saying, Racing Fanatic, it's like anything. You can spend a lot of money on anything. And if it's your hobby, you know, you can always justify it, right? Proclaiming what? That you can justify spending money on anything. You can, though, can't you? Yeah, so like, and how many t-shirts do you buy? How much is a pair of footballs? Yeah. I think it's got cheaper over the years, not dearer. First rig I bought was a seat on a T-frame, and it was a really bad seat. It worked, but it wasn't a proper seat. Yeah, look, it's really not. It's really not what you spend on your rig. It's how you drive. Like anything.
Okay, Kev. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
You know, all the gear and no idea is what they say in motorsport. You know, if you're a good driver, you're a good driver. Doesn't matter what car you have. I race little Citroens. They're not expensive to race. Buy race car money. They're not expensive to race. A great fun though. What's going on here? Banging around Silverstone in the dead of night in a little Citroen. It's great fun. Yeah, and like £700 is a lot of money as well. Let's be honest, you know what I mean? But how long will it last you? Years. Years and years and years. But at the same time, Fraser, I'm sure you know, yeah, I'm sure you know most professional drivers who are racing. Hey, Mr. Cleverbox, I'm sure you know most professional drivers who are racing competitively are turning down the force feedback, so they might as well have a non-direct drive wheel. Yeah, I understand that, Fanatic. I do understand where you come from. He says racing is hobby, but $3,000 is insane because he can race a real car for cheaper. And he's not wrong. But it's always there. Night, noon, and morning. There you go. An IKEA desk. I saw a really fast guy. I wonder where if I still got the link. I saw a really fast guy on YouTube who was racing on an old computer monitor, and he was sitting at his desk, and the steering wheel and pedals were in front of him, and the monitor was off to one side. So he couldn't get the monitor onto the desk in front of him, so the monitor was off to his left. So he was actually driving, looking left all the time. And he was proper fast. So, it's not impossible. It really isn't impossible. Hey, Lewis, how you doing? Yep, I must find the image. It was like a 15-inch CRT, and I'm going to say like a G29, but it was like some, yeah. And he was driving like that.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Appreciate the likes and the follows. Thank you very much for that. Got 2 minutes before we go racing. I'm going to grab a bite of my toast, if that's all right. Hang on a second. So, there's a couple of new people on TikTok. If you're new to the channel, my name's Kev. I go by BillyOirish, Billy being an amateur in motorsport. Very much me. I do this Monday to Friday from about 9:45 to about 6 p.m. Why was it full of holes? Did you drill holes in their desk in order to Lucas says that he has an IKEA desk full of holes after 2 months. Did you drill holes in it to nail down the steering wheel? So this is a fixed setup race. It's 3 laps. We're in the Ferrari 296. We're at Nürburgring again. So you were taking it in the poor desk because you were getting mad, yeah? Right, practice is over. Time to go racing. So where are we? P17. P17, and it's 3 laps. It's a fixed setup, so there's nothing for us to adjust. Let's see how we get on. Thanks very much for joining. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Irish Kev. BillyOirish. Let's get this going. Come say hello in the chat. Let us know what you're up to. Stick a like, a follow, a subscribe. It would really make my day. I'll give you a shout out when you do it.
24. The air temp is 18 Celsius.
This is a rolling
3
start.
laps.
3 laps. That's my crew chief, Jim, talking in my ear that you can hear.
We need to follow car number 08.
need for when you're listening, can you hear other people talk to me? Or can you just hear Jim? I ask because I'm running separate audio for TikTok. This car's got a little bit more pace than the Mazda. Just a little. Hey, 5911.
Okay, Kev, get ready. Let's go.
Yeah, just a little bit more grunt than the Mazda.
Car right. Hold your line.
Yellow flag.
Still there. Clear right.
Yellow flags. Yeah, I know. I was going to say something to him, and then I thought, nah, he'll figure it out. There's trouble up here as well, isn't there?
Left side. Clear left.
The gap behind is now 1.3 seconds.
Hey, Johnny. Hope you're well, buddy. Luke, you take it easy, man. I appreciate you dropping in. Drop in anytime. Make yourself at home in our Discord. All the very best. Have a good rest of your day, and if I don't see you later on, have a good rest of your weekend.
The gap in front is now 0.8.
Where are you? P14? Hey, Johnny, you well? Hope you enjoyed the stream, buddy. Thanks for saying hello. Means a lot. Just start streaming on TikTok as well. Rockets, take it easy. I'll talk to you later, my man. Ah, forgive me. I thought you were going to work. Damn it. So I think we're in 14th. So on this track, there are places you overtake, and there are places you don't. And this is one of those places you just kind of bide your time.
Okay, Kev, stay close. Wait for him to make a mistake.
There's a bit of an accident up ahead. Just backed off there to get ready to avoid it.
Time to get defensive, mate.
Guy in front really doesn't know the circuit. I'm gonna get in his glove box in a minute and start rifling through a CD collection. That was interesting. I see smoke ahead, that means an accident.
Far
Oh.
left. Clear left.
Well, we didn't want to do that. We saw it as well.
They're showing the meatball flag. We'll need to come into the pits for repairs.
Poo. That's a technical term. Poo. We could do that, Fanatic. Let's have a look back and see what happened. So I managed to avoid him. I think the back axle's bent. Let's have a look at it again. Yeah, back axle's bent. Front axle looks bent as well. I think I did the right thing towing it. It'll be 1 minute and 40 seconds before we can get a repair in. We'll see what that repair looks like, and we'll go from there. First place is in as well. Just filtering through to find the leader. Way out in the zone. Right, here's the battle for second. Yeah, that makes sense. Rockets, take it easy. Don't rush back. P2's in trouble. He's spluttering. Right, let's get back to my car and see what the damage. Oh, somebody's on fire in front of me, look. See what the damage is. If it's severe, I'll end the stream and we can come back this afternoon. So were these engines just blown
2
up?
laps remaining.
Yeah, we're done. 13 minutes of repairs. So where does that leave us? Let's go back to a lead car for a second so we can talk over it. So that leaves us at just about... Just going to say we are 2 hours in. I'm not going to keep you waiting 13 minutes, 20 minutes for a repair. I'll take a break now and come back this afternoon. And we'll stick another post up this afternoon when we're going live. I really appreciate you, the Kevin and Fanatic Search Show. Yeah, definitely. We can do that. I'm happy to spend some time with you doing it, mate. Let's call it a day for the minute. I'll say goodbye to the guys at TikTok first, because I got their screen up in front of me. So to those on TikTok, thank you very much for joining. Trixton, thank you very much for the roses. Do appreciate it. Johnny, thanks for joining. Need for, be sure to come see us on Twitch, YouTube, anywhere else you want, or come see us again on TikTok. All the best for the moment, guys. I'm going to say goodbye for now. Mind yourself, take it easy. Bye. And to the guys on Twitch and YouTube, what can I say? Look after yourselves, look after each other. Let's catch up later on today. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Bye.